Hi, loves. I was jumping on today because I had circle last night and I got to witness so many women into wholeness. And I got to the remembrance of we get to choose how we're showing up. We can show up fully, authentically as our wholeness, or we can shrink down and maybe stay invisible and feel alone, like we're not, like we're doing this all alone. But we aren't meant to do this alone. We are relational beings. Everything revolves around relationship. And so many of us, I'll speak for women, so many of us women try to do it alone and try to take responsibility for everybody else around us, their emotions, helping them fix things, and everything else that we get lost and we feel the weight of it and it takes us under. And then when we can go to spaces where we get to be witnessed and held and not fixed, not coached, it changes us. And I know this because I continue to witness it. I continue to experience it for myself, and I will never turn back to from the circle way of being because it is so life changing. And I was listening to Mark Nepo today, and he was saying that when I'm broken and you're broken open, you can help me. And when you're broken and I'm broken open, I will have the spiritual resources to help you. And that's what we as relational beings get to do for one another is to hold the space, to be with the discomfort of whatever is emerging in you and just witnessing it, knowing that you have your own resources and autonomy to be able to move through that, to find information on the other side of that. And I also shared in my description the quote about spiritual, and it's really allowing being open so much that life can thoroughly touch us. And so that we can allow the universe to flow through us and connect my wholeness to your wholeness and allow your wholeness to amplify something that's already here in me that might need a little bit of fanning of my inner flame to recognize it and realize it. So we are here to do this together. We are so interconnected, and I will continue to hold these brave spaces. I will never say I create safe spaces because I cannot make them safe, but I will create courageous spaces where we get to show up for one another and witness each other into wholeness. Because you didn't come to circle broken, you're not going to leave fixed because that's not our role. So, my prayer for you today is may you remember your wholeness. May you remember that when you radiate and you stand up authentically as your whole self, you begin to give everyone else in the room permission to do the same. And it might throw people off because they don't know how to be with their whole self. So it can be uncomfortable, and then it's us having that capacity to hold that discomfort that arises and saying, oh, that's beautiful. I can sit in this discomfort with you or not. If I'm not resourced, I won't. I will go and get resourced in return when I feel ready. But that is my prayer today is that we may all remember and that we may find community that is here to witness us and to fan our flame, to shine brighter, to not be quiet and small, to not be invisible, to show up fully and wholly, because we need more people to show up fully and wholly, especially in these times, because there's a lot of things happening. And if we deny that truth and keep living as if nothing's happening, well, we're gonna meet something. I don't know what, but for me, when I've chosen that way of not looking at reality and avoiding it and ignoring it, didn't make it go away. It just made it a much rougher path. I call it my rougher initiation because I chose not to look and put my head in the sand. And then when it hit me like a wall of bricks, it took me down. Whereas when I chose this last initiation with my mom's dying last year, I went through that initiation with my heart open, my arms open, and I said, I know this is happening. I don't know when, but I know we're all going to die. We're not getting out of this alive. So I'm going to choose to stay open and present to be with it all because I love so fiercely and vulnerably, and that can be a lot for people. So I'm going to stay open to that and open up the space for others that are ready to do the same because we need more people that are ready and on the ground work in Earth School. It's not for everybody, but I believe we don't really have a choice anymore in these times with what's happening in our environment, what's happening everywhere across the globe. So you get to choose. And either way, just know I love you, and may you remember your wholeness and that you belong, and may you create that belonging in community so you can foster a house of belonging inside of yourself, because we need you, and we need you to belong wholly and fully to yourself to show up in the world. So please keep learning how to show up, keep practicing. That's my new definition of perfection: practice. That's all we're doing. There is no perfect. It's all in the eye of the beholder.